Run from the law, get a slap on the wrist.
South Carolina's current blue light law has some police officers seeing red with anger.
A Live 5 News investigation has uncovered what many agencies say is a major flaw in the law.
In fact, some officers say our current law gives people a reason to run from the cops. Police reporter Harv Jacobs tells us why some say it's time for a tougher law before it's too late.
Under our state law, if an officer turns on his blue light and gets behind you, you have to pull over.
I think most people, law-abiding citizens, they see, blue lights in the rearview mirror, they pull over because they want to comply with the law. It's that 5%, that want to take a chance and put everybody else in danger.
And lately, it seems lots of people are running from the police. In most cases, they get caught. However, in a recent chase in Hanahan, the suspect crashed, and 2 passengers were thrown from the car and killed. Police say an innocent person could have been killed during a recent chase in West Ashley. It happened in broad daylight in congested afternoon traffic.
People are desperate. They don't want to go to jail.
Fowler says there's another problem. Our blue light law actually gives suspects a reason to run. He says the state law is too weak, and offenders have little to fear. Under the law, failure to stop for a blue light first offense without serious injury or death is a misdemeanor. A conviction calls for a minimum $500 fine or anywhere from 90 days to a maximum 3 years in prison.
The problem we see with it is the law doesn't have any teeth.
Compare that with North Carolina's running from a blue light law, which is stronger than South Carolina's. It pushes the first offense up to a felony if there are other factors involved, such as driving 15 miles over the speed limit or allegedly driving drunk with a blood alcohol level of 0.14 or higher. Under Georgia's law, a conviction calls for a larger fine than in South Carolina, a minimum $500 to a maximum $5,000. However, the jail time is less than in our state, from 10 days in jail to a year in prison.
The penalty for violating the law should be such that you don't want to do it. The risk can't outweigh the reward.
Do you think the law as it stands now is ridiculous?
Borders on ridiculous, yes. But it's time for the legislature to get on board and put some teeth into the law.
We've got to do something about it.
I took Fowler's concerns to State House Speaker Bobby Harrell.
To see all of these chases happening, to see officers' lives put in danger, the folks who are protecting us, we have got to make some changes in order to get people's attention.
Harrell believes the $500 fine for first offense is too low and should be at least $1,000. Do you really believe the prospect of a larger fine would convince somebody not to run from police?
The incentive needs to be, or the fear of the penalty needs to be such that somebody would think twice if they're aware of the fee for the fine for doing it.
Fowler agrees, but says there should also be more mandatory jail time for drivers who run from blue lights.
Something needs to be done to where these people that don't stop for the police are actually serving time.
Otherwise, he says people will keep running from police, putting their own lives and everyone else driving in traffic in danger. Fowler says there's yet another weak link in the blue light law. Listen to this. If someone is arrested for a first offense and they don't do it again for 3 years, his or her record will be cleared. He says that's too soon for the conviction to go away.
So, Harv, when does House Speaker Bobby Harrell think lawmakers might take another look at this blue light law?
Well, he says a lot more work needs to be done on it because they have to figure out exactly what needs to be done. But I can guarantee you we'll stay on top of it. When the legislature goes into session next January, we'll be on it.
Police reporter Harv Jacobs.